So, Caitlin Clark has officially, had a ridiculous season. And everybody's talking about this and that, and Caitlin's actually not being good, whatever about Caitlin's the worst defender in the world. And it's like, okay, yes. Look, I'm going to be very clear. Caitlin Clark, when she's fully locked in, is like a 7 out of 10 defender when she's fully locked in. Because her anticipation is good and she's got length at the guard position. Her foot speed's not there. When she's semi-locked in, I'll go 5 to 5.5. Which is like on average. On average, I think she's about a 5 out of 10 defender. And we've seen that by literally the Phoenix Mercury ran the whoever offense on Kelsey Mitchell, which Portland Fire ran on Caitlin Clark, and the Phoenix Mercury put up more points than any team has put up on the Fever this year. Because they attack Kelsey Mitchell every time. But we've got to talk about this stat. And it is the overall offensive impact of a player. And by the way, again, turnovers are taken into account. So everyone being like, but turnovers. She's averaging a career low in turnovers. She has a better assist to turnover ratio than Olivia Miles by a decent chunk. And Caitlin Clark, statistically, has been the best offensive player in the WNBA. The best offensive player. And I'm not going to say by a significant amount because she's fairly close to Asia and not too far off Jackie Young and Olivia Miles. And she is miles ahead of the Kelsey Mitchells of the world. I wonder what Marina Mabry's is after a 53-point game. But, we got the Marina Mabry's who you think Caitlin Clark is. I'm like, man, Marina Mabry's never made an All-Star game. Marina Mabry's never made an All-Star game in her career. But it's just one of those things where it's like people won't shut up being like Caitlin this, Caitlin that in a negative way. Caitlin Clark has been I'm being real. If you are watching games, Caitlin Clark being the best offensive player in the league is not a crazy statement to make. Why is it not a crazy statement to make? Because she is. It's the reason why Caitlin Clark is still... I think Olivia Miles is higher on my MVP vote. Olivia Miles is not is not a better player than Caitlin Clark. She's just not. And because Olivia Miles is in a better system and defensively has quicker hands, but she gets burned worse than Caitlin Clark does. I'm not putting Olivia Miles above Caitlin Clark. I'm just not. Aja Wilson is a better basketball player than Caitlin Clark. Why? Because Aja Wilson is a very nice defender. I think she's overrated as a defender, but she's still one of the better defenders in the league. She's still an all-defensive team caliber player. But I don't think she should be she has a God-given right to depoy. Because in my opinion, she doesn't guard the other team's best player. Not even in my opinion. I watched her yesterday. She guarded Maddie Segrist, Leah Rue, Awak Kuyer, and did not at any stage guard Jess Shepard, who has cooked the Aces every single time they played. She did not guard Jess Shepard at all. That is Alyssa Smith. And I gotta be honest. It is it's now one of those things where because of how good Aja is, it's now it's sacrilegious to say anyone could be better at Aja at anything. And it's even if you say someone's a better shooter than Aja, being look at her percentages. In fairness, Aja's one of the leading 3-point shooters in the league right now. But at the end of the day, this is simply put a very, very good offensive year and a very, very good for a very good offensive player. And the funniest thing is that this is a system that does not suit Caitlin Clark. This is mental. It is absolutely mental that Caitlin, in a system that doesn't suit her, that actively has her playing to her weaknesses. Like, Caitlin Clark started off the game on Wednesday running a DHO as the screener. Like, she dribbled towards, I think it was Lexi Hull for a DHO from the elbow. She played as the center in a DHO play. I'm going to be real here. That was a fucking mental one. And she's still doing this. Like, when Caitlin gets the right coach, when Caitlin gets the right team surrounding her, when Caitlin gets the right shooters, look, it's not out of the realm possibility that Caitlin Clark is the greatest offensive player of all time when she's done. Like, that's not out of the realm possibility. Again, let's be very clear. Like, age is age. Age is age. I'm not going to be out here pretending that Caitlin Clark is going to be, no question about it, better than Aja Wilson. Because that is a crazy, crazy, crazy high level to hit. I don't necessarily think she's going to hit that level. But I think when it's all said and done, peak for peak, she's going to be the greatest offensive engine the sport's ever seen. She is the greatest offensive engine in the WNBA right now. And I don't want to hear one fucking word about Alyssa Thomas being the better engine. It is Caitlin Clark. She is responsible for 40 points per game. Points and assists, she is responsible for 40 per game. Like, I don't think people understand this. Like, Aja Wilson's responsible for like 31 in terms of points versus assists. She's like a turbocharged Trae Young if Trae Young was 6'7". Like, everyone being like, oh, Caitlin Clark's just Trae Young. Yeah, could you imagine if Trae Young was 6'7"? If Trae Young was 6'7", we would be not having conversations about whether Trae Young is a bad contract for Washington. Trae Young would be a no doubt about it max contract player for the rest of his fucking career. But yeah, Caitlin, clearly number one in offense, and not by an insignificant amount, by a decent chunk. She is the number one offensive player in the WNBA, right? By a slight chunk over Aja Wilson. The top four are top four by a significant chunk. And she's even plus 1 point above Kelsey Plum, who's been unbelievable this year. So yeah, that is pretty much it. The obvious all-star, that is Caitlin Clark. I could only imagine if I think the media are probably going to vote. If their vote is now, there's no question about it. Caitlin Clark is not second or third guard. Like, maybe fourth. But she's number one in voting, so she'll still get a starting spot. And if the players are going to vote, have to vote at like 14 for her not to start, which is hilarious. Anyway, see you guys.